So today, we're playing the PYROMANCER, and we may have an awesome build today, involving a friend fire, a staff fire, and a rainbow set of armor. And our whole build today is all about being super tanky as we scale per damage and turbo deplete opponents, just like this. So far, not looking too bad. We have a crazy amount of block, but our opponent is running the staff fire Dragon's Nest here, which is a crazy setup. But hey, check this run out, and let me know what you think of this build. Okay, let's go and jump some rank games with the PYROMANCER and see just what I can do today. Okay, amazing. Broom on sale, I will definitely have to take care. Which just means I'm going to be taking this good old flame for right now. I'm going to move our wooden sword out just a bit here so we can add in a piggy bank as well. Being a little bit greedy here taking this, but it is. Now I'm going to roll here because I do want to actually take a garlic and possibly a torch here. I do want to roll once more. And I do want to reserve this good old banana here. And with that, we're going to move on. Now, we do want to find a leather bag, but we do want this banana because our stamina is going to be a bit of a problem here. But so far, it shouldn't be too bad. Now, the piggy bank is going to give us more max HP than our opponent, and we also have one extra flame, so we should be able to out-sustain him here. However, that frying pan, that walrus husk is going to add up to a lot of damage here. But smashing here. Not too bad whatsoever. Okay, so we have a couple of options here. One being, I do also want this whetstone. So we're going to have to take it. It does mean you can't exactly take this banana. We're going to have to. I would love to take these two, but unfortunately we're going to have to roll here. Blueberries is kind of nice, but not right now. We're going to need a storage that is 100% sure. Unfortunately, we're going to say goodbye to the good old piggy bank. We're going to say goodbye to these right now. So we can fit that in, craft this up. That should be amazing for us. However, we are going to have to add in our big old banana. And we could reserve another big old banana and a shell totem here. However, that is going to be quite a lot here. So honestly, I'm just going to leave it here. What I mean by quite a lot, our stamina would never be able to handle here. So I'm going to just settle for a burning torch and a broom as of right now. So we'll see. Our opponent is crafting up a shovel here, but we are turbo smashing. So not too bad overall. Just pausing the video here very quickly, just to ask you to subscribe. It really helps me out. Thanks. Now let's get back to the video. So smashing, we have this all set up. Now we could take Skull Patch here, go for some crazy dragon play. Because we get access to deck cards here, and Ruby Chonks and Ice Dragons are insane with the PYROMANCER. We're not going to take it as of right now. Going to keep it going, I like this. Now we could make the transition to Hunger Blade here. We don't have any healing herbs, so I'm kind of not too pushed about here. I will take the Burning Coal though, and I will take this leather bag for now, so I can move this out of our fire pit as of right now. So with that, we're going to move on. Now, I would love to get a little bit tankier here because our only sustain is a big old banana and the blind that we inflict on our opponent here. So really at the mercy of our broom and our banana. Or if we find a health pot, or if we find a garlic for some damage mitigation, or some healing herbs here, would literally help us out tremendously. So we're going to take Cap Resilience to keep us alive for the first couple of seconds of the fight. We also got a Draconic Orb here, which is straight up amazing here for sure. We're going to have to settle for the garlic as of right now. We're going to reserve our Draconic Orb here. And I'm going to roll here. With that, I'm actually just going to take a little bit of extra storage as of right now. Not super ideal, but it's going to have to be this way. Now we are potentially going to go for a Staff of Fire here. So we're going to roll on and we're going to see just what we can do with that. We do have to find a Mana Orb, that is for sure. However, we are going to need more heat generation if we're going to make use of that Draconic Orb. It will get rid of spikes though, so it's not too bad overall. Otherwise, it's a lot of gold for doing nothing if your opponent doesn't have any spikes. And if we don't have stacking heat here. And so far, not looking too good for us here, unfortunately. Going down in our life. So with that, let's take our Draconic Orb. Let's go ahead and roll. Okay, we did get the Mana Orb, which is amazing. Let's go to Chili Pepper. Is there any way we can afford to buy this round? If you don't buy it this round, we could potentially go down to 1 life here. We have to sell quite a lot here. Unfortunately, I don't think we can afford to buy it here, so I kind of have to move on for right now, which is not super ideal. So, if we win here, it's going to be super big for us. We'll have to see our opponent has a lot of sustain here. They also have some vampirism as well. If this was strong health pot now, I would be a lot more scared, but still, this vampirism is going to be kind of crazy with that health pot. However, we are scaling for damage with our burning torch here. But it's not going to be enough here, unfortunately. Just falling a bit short here. Not super ideal. It is what it is. For right now, let's craft up our magic staff. We're going to have to sell this singular flame because we're going to need some heat stacking here. And yeah, we're probably going to go down to 1 life here, crafting up this magic staff. However, we do need a mana generation in order to actually keep this going here. However, like before, if we win here, it's going to be super, super big for us. We'll see. We're just after breaking through the armor here, and they're also going to have battle rage. They're also stacking up spikes, but good old Draconic Orb is going to get rid of spikes here, and also gives our crit attempts. However, fatigue set in again. And unfortunately, it's not looking super good here. Again, down to final life. Not ideal, it is what it is. Now it does mean we can't take anything here, because we are going to need to find some mana generation, that is for sure here. Now we did find some blueberries here, but blueberries is super, super slow, so we're going to have to roll on looking for another set of blueberries here, or a mana orb. We're going to have to take this round. We're going to sell our flames here. And we're going to slot this in here because then that targets our weapon and our burning torch. And now we should be a lot better here. We are at 1 life, which is not super ideal, but we are going to get our staff fire here. We should have pretty fast scaling right now with our mana orb. So we've got very, very lucky pace in here. However, Falcon Blade, Hunky Blade could burst us down here. It's going to be super, super close. But holy moly, we managed to pass him over here. So we got our staff fire, which is going to be straight up amazing. Now, there is a couple of options here to go with Sapphire. Scalewarden is really awesome with Sapphire. Dark Lantern is also really, really strong with Sapphire because it does give you that time to scale up here. Crusader is also really good because it will keep you alive and also remove your opponent's buffs. CRYOMANCER is awesome if you can stack up a lot of heat because it does give you crit chance on your Sapphire here. However, there's a lot of items that use mana, which you don't want to do with your Sapphire here. But Friendly Fire is on sale. Should we actually try this here? It will use up our mana, but it will generate up a lot of heat here. Let's go ahead and try here. Now this might not be the smartest play here, but we're going to be trying anyway. Now we do want to take this armor as well. We're going to slot it in as of right now. We're going to have to take more blueberries here, and I do want to take the Shield of Valor. And at this point, we're going to sell our Burning Torch. We're going to be solely relying on our Staff Fire here. We're going to sell this as well. Which just means I do want to take our Gloves of Haste here. Now with that, I'm going to roll once more. And we are going to be taking this fanny back. Now we'll see. Is this going to be good enough here? Now we did opt not to have our banana because honestly Starfire is not going to be too bad here. However, once we start stacking up a lot of heat, then that could be the problem here. But we'll see. So far it's not going to be a lot of heats. We are going to be eating up quite a lot with our Starfire here, but smashing. Not too bad overall. Okay, so let's take our Shield of Honor. Let's go ahead and take this fanny back for right now. Let's go ahead and roll. Let's keep it going. And we are probably going to want these here. We're also going to want to craft up this Moon Shield here and go for a Vampiric Armour here, for sure. So with that, we're going to sell our big old banana in favor of taking this fanny back so we can fit in our Starfire all like so and add back in our flame. And yeah, now we're going to be crafting up this into a Moon Shield here. That should be extremely awesome for us. But as of right now, we are going to have to roll on like this. Now, we did want to get a Sun Armour. I do also want to get a Vampiric Armour. Vampiric Armour is going to be awesome with the Moon Shield here. But again, we're going to need a lot of mana to sustain all this because this is going to be a number of mana as well as our Starfire. But so far, not looking too bad here. Yeah, smashing here even. Okay, we got a present, which at this point we probably should take here, to be quite honest. But honestly, not going to take it at this point. Make sure we're crafting up Vampiric Armour, that is for sure. I want to roll here. I'm going to sell our little garlic in favor of taking another funny back here. I'm going to slot this in here, and I'm going to move this out just a little bit here. And yeah, this is going to be our setup for right now. Now, we are solely relying on our blueberry stacking up our mana. Because honestly, after the first go over leather armor here, we're not going to be stacking up any mana. That's why we want the Vampiric Armour. So it's super, super important to get this crafted up. So this could be kind of scary for this fight here. We do get a little bit of scaling on our Starfire. We are trying to get super tanky here, so we can stack up our Starfire here. We're also stacking up a lot of flames, but our flames are going to be eaten pretty fast with our Starfire here, especially if you increase the attack speed of it here. But so far, we're actually going to be close here. So close. 8 HP. Craziness here. Holy armor. That is straight up crazy. We can't even afford to take the holy armor here. We're going to sell flame, and we're definitely going to have to take one of these here. I don't think we can actually afford to take any more armors as it is. But as of right now, we are going to leave our setup like this. Now that should be crazy insane for us here. We don't have our Chilean anymore, but we should have a ton of armor here. We should have a lot of mana from the very beginning. And a lot of heat, so we can scale up our staff fire pretty fast here. And so far, not looking too bad here. Smashing even. We're going to get a stone armor, which should be amazing for us. It should give us a big burst of heat as well. It should supply a lot of healing too. Now this will eat up even more flames, but that's why you have the friendly fire, and that should be extremely good for us here. And we're going to roll. Okay, I'm definitely going to take another fanny back here, that is for sure. We're going to have to move our items around just a little bit more. We can also move our friendly fire into this position, which is going to be extremely awesome. And with that, we're going to continue to roll here. We are going to need some extra storage here. And we could take a prismatic orb here, because we do have a lot of holy magic items, which is going to give us a lot of healing. And a lot of mana from the very beginning. Also switch to vampiric armor here to actually speed up with all these fanny bags. Right now, I'm going to not take it, and I'm going to move on here. I will actually take another fanny back here. We'll slot it in here for now. Just increase the speed of our stone armor here. So we can add in a few extra flames. We're actually going to move this down here. Increase the speed of the staff fire, which means we can add in our chili. If you want to here. I'm going to roll once more. And I'm going to save our gold as of right now. So with that, our setup is looking kind of awesome here, not going to lie. We should get tons of armor. We should get tons of healing. And we should get the 2 buffs that we need to scale up our staff fire here. And honestly, it is going turbo nuts here. For sure. Smashing even. At this point, we could even get a little bit more tanky with taking Wolf Badge here. It means once you drop below half HP, you take 15% reduced damage. And honestly, at this point of the game, I think I'm going to take that here. So let's go and take it. I know it's going to give us some Berserker items, but honestly, I'm not going to be looking for some Berserker items here. We could get some cheese. This Scalper max HP. With that, I'm actually going to take this fanny back, and I'm going to increase the speed of our vampiric armor even more. Which means I can actually add in a wolf badge in this position. We can add these blueberries down here for now. Let's go ahead and add in a little bit more flames here. I would love to have more flames around our stone armor, but it's going to have to be this way for right now. If you want to fit our wolf badge in beside our staff fire here. Now we could also take Jin's lamp here. Jin's lamp could be kind of awesome here. Because there's a certain point where we will actually end up giving us more mana. So honestly, I'm going to reserve it for right now. So if we stack up luck and spikes here, because we're going to be using so much mana here, that will actually end up giving us more mana. I know we start off with a lot of mana, but again, we are run through pretty fast here. However, are we going to get turbo lead from this hammer dagger build? Actually, it was super close. Smashing here. So let's take our Jin's lamp. We're going to have to slot it in here for right now. Now we're going to find some storage here. Well, we kind of have to. Smashing. We also got another holy armor set. We definitely want all these here. Right now though, we do kind of want to add this in here. And honestly, at this point, we could go for a stone armor here. That's going to work really well with the wolf badge as well. So honestly, yeah, I'm going to let go of the holy armor here, and I'm going to craft up a stone armor. It will use up a lot of our stamina though, but it will give us a tremendous amount of armor. A crazy insane amount of armor. So we may potentially be able to proc Jin's lamp here even. We'll see. Our opponent has a lot of armor to get through. But they are making a big dent in it, but smashing here. Extremely awesome. Now we did survive with 2 lives left here, but honestly the staff fire is working out pretty nice for us here. This setup has been working pretty well. Honestly, I never really go for friendly fire with staff fire. But so far, hasn't been too bad here altogether. So for taking that, we're going to have to add this in, and we're going to buy this too. Now we could take this mana orb for even more mana generation, which we're probably going to take here. Which means I am going to roll here. Keep it going, we are going to need this potion belt, that is for sure. So we're going to have to sell 3 flames here, unfortunately. I'm going to fit this in here for right now, so we can slot that in. So we can add this in here, and our blueberries. We could also take another stone skin potion here, for even more armor on top of that. So honestly, that's exactly what we're going to do. So we'll see, 267 armor, tons of mana, stacking up heat, and we're running through pretty fast. And so far, we have a crazy amount of block. Now if anybody's running blue sapphires, a better version of these right here. They are going to destroy us. But so far, we have such scaling damage and tons of defense here that opponents are not going to be able to get through it. Now, we could also take Draconic Orbs here to counter spike generation. And it'll also give us that crit chance here. But honestly, I don't think it's actually going to be worth taking here. I'm actually going to move our Wolf Badge down here, which is not super ideal. But I do want to add in our Mana Orb in this position. I'm also going to add this in for right now. We could craft up Gloves of Power. But I'm more interested in keeping this for even more defense here. And at this point, I'm going to actually preserve another Djinns Lamp and a Leather Bag here. Because that is going to turbo scale even more of our buffs here. And we have a crazy amount of mana right now. Just so far, not looking too bad. We have a crazy amount of block, but our opponent is running the Staff Fire Dragon's Nest here. Which is a crazy setup, but we actually managed to beat here. Which is extremely awesome here. So we did manage to beat the Staff Fire with the Dragon's Nest, which is typically the one you kind of want to go for here. Which is crazy in my opinion. Not gonna lie, we could take this extra pair of gloves, it would be really, really good for us here. But I'm gonna take Djinns Lamp for right now. We're gonna take this Djinns Lamp, we're gonna roll here. Honestly, it doesn't matter if we target our weapon with this Djinns Lamp specifically, because we're not gonna be able to stack up quite enough buffs to proc 2 Djinns Lamps here. I'm also gonna take these blueberries here, it's gonna be a little bit more mana generation for us. Either that, it's gonna be a luck generation. Either way, it's going to contribute to our Djinns Lamp here. And with that, we are going to settle for a potion belt here towards the end. We should also have this in a potion belt, but it needs to be beside our moon shield here, because that will generate up more mana for us. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on. Now this should honestly be super insane for us. Now this opponent is looking kind of crazy, because they're going to be stacking up so much max HP with Thornbloom, with Cheese Goobert here. However, we have so much damage here, and they're going to have to stack up so much life in order to actually survive here. However, they actually are doing a lot of damage, but we actually managed to get there, which is not too bad here. Didn't manage to proc our Djinns Lamp, but that should be okay. We still turboed leader point here, and we're going to continue on. We're going to try to get much stronger here. So for right now, we're going to move this out just a little bit so we can slot that in here. Add this in here, that should be perfect for us. We can add this back in. And then add our flame back in here. Now we could also take a flute here. This would help stack up our luck for Djinns Lamp. It also gives us some armor, so honestly I'm going to take it here. It also gives us some mana, because once this generates up armor, it's going to be extremely good for our moon shield here. So overall, smash in here. We could take Spush Belt, but don't exactly want to here. Is there anything else we kind of want here? We could settle for this Capsuline here. Well, if we had a tiny little bit more storage here, because I do want to keep all our flame items here. We could sack these 2 flame items in favor of taking the helmet here. So honestly, actually, let's go ahead and do that. Now let's go ahead and roll. Okay, another Mana Orb would have been nice, but we don't exactly need it here. Let's sell our flame again. Let's go ahead and roll. I'm good at taking another Djinns Lamp here to be stacking our buffs even more here, but honestly, it should be pretty decent this way anyway. Also, Djinns Lamps, if our opponent is going to be removing some buffs here, Djinns Lamp is kind of nice to add in different buffs here. So it shouldn't be too bad. And if you eat through mana too fast here, if you stacked up spikes and luck already, this will just drain up mana. So overall, they're going to be fantastic here. And honestly, this is going to be a fun setup here. Now, Wolf's Badge in the end here actually working out kind of nice. Because all we want to do is be super, super tanky as we scale up our damage here. And we basically have the Rainbow Armor set here. If we actually had a Moon Armor here, we'd have the whole armor set. But we'll have to count Moon Shield as that for us. We're also kind of missing the Corrupted Armor here, so it is what it is. This has been really awesome here. Super surprised by it. Never really take the French Fire with the Staff Fire here. Generally because this eats up mana, and this eats up mana, it's a lot of mana used. It's a lot of mana used up here. I generally think that most success for French Fire is stacking up a bunch of heats, going for Flame, a lot of items, that sort of stuff here. The Staff Fire usually is more of a trying to be super, super tanky as you scale per damager, and having the resources from the very beginning. Which is why Dragon's Nest is so good for the Staff Fire. But overall, let's go ahead and see, is this going to be good enough here? Can we win this final round? We'll just have to see. It's another double axe Berserker. So we'll see. They're going to be able to scale up their damage here, but they have so much armor to break through, and we're going to be stacking up even more armor. And so far, not looking too bad, and we proc Djinns Lamp as well. So far, crazy damage. Smashing even. Now, he did break through armor here, but still, A 97 DPS compared to 58 DPS. So overall, amazing here. Now we did survive with 3 lives left here. Let's go ahead and see just how much rank points we got here. Plus 13. Smashing here. Ranks up quite a bit. But anyways, I'm going to leave it here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this Staff of Fire build, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. And hope to keep a look over the next one. See you next time.